Hi everybody. Um, I just wanted to read you some of the things I wrote a couple of years ago, which are very much relevant today. So the this piece is called "Apocalypse Now?" Question mark. Ending this never meant so little. Indeed, some forget how brittle death seems as only redemption, or life condemned by imitation. Before I move beyond your sight, I go through a blaze of twilight, as this is not a work of a master. This just looks to avoid disaster. Beginning or the end I attend, in it reminded of all I resent, without knowing what to expect, thoughtless, only reaction respect. In a blink, their smoke eyes fill. To beset the once was our will, from insecure lures that blurs, without knowing where us spurs. By all at fingertip led to a brink, that so not think down must sink. As of this accord they're bored, recking that another must sort. Nothing gives to in middle meet. Their defense means the opposite, as if all those walls built for safety could ever indeed prevent thee. Shield theirs all around employed, creation paranoid, making a void. In passport application it stated, have you bomb ever generated? It came indeed that leads a droid, has not all led to this, only a void. That one generation built, protected, in a moment inadequate, neglected, taking the world to their intention, to brink of nuclear confrontation. Packers missiles hold, or brittle bones, none endures in a Game of Thrones. Feeling as if born to rule all alone, accomplishment is not your own. Territory you'd thought to stay now belongs to another anyway. Just tension that blurred ration brings, as paranoia to world solemn clings. None but devil is made better by it. Some we see, yet contrarily interpret. 10 cannot fix that one can screw, but now all was allowed to do. One can screw it up for everyone. Of goat a sign for all had a plan. Unaltered this will always stay, to see who from path did stray, as new Reich its laws here slid. Would a world of same itself must rid. To by lack of compassion degrade, Moby Dick is for they an epic made. Steroid pride with Colossus collide, with as Siberia long as it is wide, white as Siberia long as it's wide. Embargo influence to encompass, destroying years of peace process, to drain, weaken, turn to stain, to reign, their past glory regain. To at once swallow beast is light, so it needs to tear it and take a bite, but silence wins led to a story. In it weak are made to be sorry. In us killers I try to isolate, as comes that hate, not debate. Confidently stupid point the way, would be lost in a Moscow's subway. priority lost, trying to catch up, without choice left that can't stop. Handy for all is American dream. Now push Russia's past to redeem. That such wanted overthrown belong on island with Napoleon. In time lunatics long sleeves hide, false victors again for all decide. Insecurity is insane, none restrain, only dispute needing to contain, wrath for permission asked not, barking a plot without a thought. Their progress on past calls for, made by aggression, not more. Advertised is but exaggeration, actors, directors lie not mention. Without control, invite a brawl, title shot as that wanted it all. In this aggression to pick a side, to protect their life, their pride. Mixed with blood, words painful, stuck in sensation cruel, still rule. As world so righteous does pose, yet readily blows with its flaws. Cracked all around again do run, and all the damage they've done, just to impair flow to which prone. No, it is that world known. It is that world they own. Opposite such pride again, its sides. Keen without any purpose rides, eternally obscured, destroyed all. Did our fall here any still enthrall? On who Hitler mad did descend, Eastern Front most came to dread. Bigger than death in sense immense, survives as God for it holds plans. For that such then yearns to burn, robbery another is beyond a turn. False strands, yet story never ends. Hooligans, army now commands. This is even more true than I thought. Look at track record of all done, of British, German, American, old grudge still on the nudge, marches on yet stuck in sludge. Not long ago we had to attend too many falling by their hand, with reasons few understand, still remains that fools command. Again Russians into boots squeezed, as madness again comes released, as future humanity again so falls, as yet again there is no one else. Striving for vast, taking a realm, in it even they can lose themselves, if not lost, wide in thought in trails, as vastness unexploited of it tells. Once atop Sparrow's Hill I did sit, to see Moscow wide without limit. Here Yesenin vastness I befriend, a Russian soul grand to understand. If any can this mad march deny, on history's bad boy killers rely. Don't worry, leave them such crimes. Often they couldn't have died in wicked times. Those rich by history of its torment, perhaps intend to Russian be meant. Big, although inactive and serene, surrounded by but tenacious routine. Kazan's counsel above all silent stood. What would speak if it indeed could? As museum upon all superimposed, cathedral standard other proposed. In Moscow, church knees crumbles. Something here is that all humbles. You are the one that made us free, without who would not as we be. They but put up with mad course, for none else but fear, of course. From destroyer greater, killer flees. All they understood was only this. Must it be a beast that rules beasts? Devil's eternal feasts is slave to this. Filthy one of suppression terrain, never addressed in any campaign. As threat of doom upon us loom, holding to all that we assume, seeing how they take us under, would wait to explain, not bother. By war made poor, to them go, to that better indeed here know, as killer in the name of their faith, not rate, but by hate obliterate. Lobotomy perform, invent a war for those they not need anymore. They'll kill at their course cross, as uprose those with no remorse. As the final war leads a silly feud that we could never here include, all composure else here fails, knowing well anger most compels. On a chase without knowing why, old luck strength could but sigh. Let that was there, that must never be again. Glorification theirs to else is pain. In pompous popped eyes fuse. Could these Cleopatra seduce? Two fills, last queens, just wait, as that deviate, meet such faith. While white women here danced, inflexible by grandness entranced, into the stiffness all condensed, freelanced while else are infenced. Driven to kneel before a total pill, looking still for some cheap thrill that ought to be locked, make plans, have redefense when mad prance. I know none where not where they took we. All the answers are not up to me. Small not in thrall, so watch us fall. We only thought to be in control. On what ground did you stand? Where on other you do depend? When on other you do depend. Don't take what was not yours. All sins of only this one knows. This would not be without we, in these times we forgotten be, who survived such a duel, severe rule, lesser tries to school, who survived such a duel, severe rule, lesser tries to school. By only whom indeed is right, no statue but influence of spite, different price pays that is rest, by some unrecognition pressed, a mouth drip, bound to slip, losing grip, else to a bone strip. Yet again, animalistic passes story, where territory is ultimate glory. There never was enough space for that one other not embrace, that they need steel to defend, as world closes in on the end. With ghosts of past collaborate, grim faith meet, that else validate, wounded ego dangers irate, to survive their worth inflate. As nonsense reaches new high, none can deny or fathom why. That itself needed not explain, again came to by its law reign. Again the same colonial forces, enforcers seeking for resources. This routine boring does become, all efforts to peace make overrun. Pushed to find passive compliant dolls in hands of the violent giant. That was truth that this was truth that holds a glance, nothing but a bid to disobedience. Nothing can be done, none trust. All made swiftly turn to dust. Peaceful the scene only seems, yet it with every poison streams. Battalion wrangling are sent for reasons none comprehend, sent to take that is not theirs. All the sins with this one pairs. Approaching is that peace unmade, rises arsenal with methods eternal lethal made. Worth, they say, that most persuade, may be as much as they for it pay. Some fame badly needing to keep, everything else but it comes to trip. Same still here accuses and judges, as the world to annihilation nudges. Stepping back from reality's offer, here instead to be the showstopper, from presenting already proposed, from defending not to be exposed. Stepping back, awaiting exact line, do I swear well I saw their last sign? Not mine, world in ruling is defined, sensational was so victoriously unkind. Above all, we for long need repeat. Above all, we for long need repeat. Still dancing to a warrior's drum beat, stepping back to be in place for a day, as a parent left, but chaotic display. Stepping back to see if any rewind, while time slides from side to side. Sad to say, none know another way. Madness survives, others to persuade. Dismissing cause or any remorse, falling only signs on a course. We heroes choose, they don't choose us. Price is paid for that finds not a compass. Affected by million lies combined, all twisted or flat in time undefined. Without intention, another confession, as domination turns into obsession. To be tired, bored, we can't afford. Who this can sort, bring aboard? Building fame on struggles of others, only palaces is blood of forefathers. On palaces is blood of forefathers. A waiting voice for their blunders, that louder than them guns thunders. Living fix from the devastation. Perhaps time is this to mention. So anxious to repeat deception, or now question we intention. All is out of tune, of ill confess, truth revealed in storm of distress. Insanity destroyed all to exploit, until none avoid armies deployed. They can play it as if it was true, for there is nothing else to do. Again this arrogance greed feeds, to rule the world all here needs. There's nothing to from it gain, nothing, just needing just ego them to sustain. Okay, I'll take a little break.